Hello there, Gemini. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's for Gemini for February of 2019. We're already 2 months into the year, and 2018's hopefully totally way behind us now. Well, for those of you that are new, I pull 4 cards for the month. We'll use the bottom card on the deck for our overall view of the month, and we'll pull angel card at the end of the reading, hopefully to bring everything together for us. Now, because I'm an empath, I have a speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you. All of us Geminis are named Frankie for the time of this reading. Look at your moon sign and rising sign, get a more comprehensive view of the month. And I don't think the cards will go week by week. I think they're going to blend in and out, kind of like a theme for the month. Now, I have a short message for us, and it is stay detached. We don't, this month, we may be a little short on empathy, and we're more into securing our own comfort, which is, like a good thing for us because we're always out there sharing and doing this and that. But because of that little bit of lack of empathy this month, might be better to pull back in. I know we're going to do a lot of good things, and we have an excellent reading here for the month, but I think it's important at particular periods in our lives for us to have the empathy for our own selves and look around and say, what is it that brings me comfort? If we're always outgoing and doing, which we will anyhow, it's just a very strong influence. Probably maybe astrologically, I don't know, but that's the way it feels because our words are good. They're depth, which is meditation and things like that, peace, which we could have peace and be comfortable ourselves, efficiency, responsibility, and humor. Maybe a lot of us Geminis are being way, way responsible lately, and we need a little bit of that backspace or time off or whatever you want to say, because our first card here is the Six of Pentacles. That's a card of giving and receiving. So money's going in, money's coming out. Being in a position, look, a balanced position. He's holding the scales in his hand. Being in a balanced position where I'm capable, ready, and willing, right, to help others. For some of us Geminis, it will be that help is coming in, for us. For others, it will be we are giving. So remember to save some of that energy, monies, time, space, effort to devoting to our own self and our own comfort this month. If we're on this giving outside, because a lot of times we give and give and give and give, we have no clue how to responsibly, like our word, efficiently receive. We immediately say no when help is offered, or people want to, do something special for us. It's like, no, I can manage, I'll do it myself. Sometimes we need that. So if I'm the one that's on the receiving end, I want to take it gratefully and graciously. And if I'm the one on the giving end, I want to give it gratefully and graciously. Sometimes maybe we have some extra cash, we're going to help fund somebody, a college scholarship. But it shows we are finally getting in the position for those of us on that giving out end where we can give and we can do it affordably without harming ourselves. So with that original message, we want to make sure we're not going above and beyond the level where we are comfortable and comforted by our giving, where we feel it in our heart and our soul and it brings us peace and joy and happiness or sense of humor, that because if we give too much sometimes it depletes us. and it makes us stagnate and we don't recoup. And I think we need to think about ourselves too, if we've been always the giver. This month, think about that. This month, with this card right on the top, because they just said, Frankie, look underneath, I heard in my head, is the King of Pentacles. What a better giver. Someone who's smart, intelligent, has all kinds of money, stable on the earth plane, can give good advice, financial advice, all of these things. This is right underneath this. So save some of the giving to give to me, to my Gemini self this month too, But if I'm in that position, feel free and, look over things. Can I give? Is there something I want to help? Some way I want to serve? And then do it, because it will bring me that sense of peace. It'll make me happy and make me laugh, make me feel joyful inside. And when I take it, if it's being gifted to me, remember the same feelings. Graciously and gratefully, I accept what is offered to me. Okay? Because our next card here is the Eight of Swords. Oh my goodness. We have 2 7s in here too, and I didn't think about that for you, but we got the Eight of Swords energy in here. And that's the card. The Two of Swords was in Taurus's reading. Maybe some of us are cuspers. That's a card of denial and having to make a choice. The Eight of Swords is knowing what's happening around me and feeling trapped and held in place and incapable of making the choice that I have to make for some reason. Well, the one thing we know in life is change is inevitable. It always happens, and we have a card here that points to change. So around this person are 8 swords stuck all around her. She's tied up in these loose pieces of cloth. All she has to do is shake them off and either cut off that blindfold with one of those swords or pull it down. In this card, it always intrigues me because in this card, even her mouth is covered, so she's not speaking her truth either. So there is choices and changes that I want to make or I feel I have to make from the depth of my soul. I know I have to make the choices. I feel like I'm trapped, but there is always a way out if I take off the blindfold and I speak up for myself. Maybe that is part of that. We don't have a lot of empathy this month, and detachment is probably pretty important to us, to make sure what makes us comfortable. This is a card about speaking our piece, because we are not in denial. We know this is what has to happen. These are the changes that I need to see made, and I am going to move forward with them. Or sometimes, if we don't do what we feel we have to do, and we continue to be afraid to do it, a lot of times the choice will be made for us, and that's very uncomfortable feeling. So whatever it is that we want to transform this month, it is our responsibility, like our word, to transform it, to speak and see, and obviously, get in tune with the depth of how deep this decision is that I need to make for myself, and then make it and move forward with it. Because our next card here is wonderful. It's the Six of Swords. And that's the card of moving out of, think about that with this card. Being able to give, or receive graciously. This is a card of moving out of troubled waters to better shores, basically. I don't think there is one in here. Usually this woman has a child in her arms and this guy's pushing her around. This can just mean travel over water, going on vacation. For those of us that made this, kind of hard decision that we had to make, it may be moving on to a better place or a newer job, a better relationship, no more fighting. The past is behind us now, and we are moving forward on a journey to a better future, better shores. And like I said, a lot of us, we're going to take a trip, maybe go on vacation. We have the ability to do that with the Six of Pentacles. Maybe taking off the blindfold, maybe a choice about what I want to do with all of my little pentacles there. And, maybe I'm arguing with somebody about how I want to use my money that supports and comforts me. And they're saying, I only want to use it what supports and comforts me. That could be a little bit of a problem because of our original message. You might want to go back and listen to that. But this means good future, where things are much more stable, much more secure for me, good relationships, happy surroundings. Things are better in my life, and all is looking up and forward, right? And if I think about responsibility and that word efficiency down here, if this lady lifts her head up and looked across this little harbor thing here, she'd probably be laughing her butt off and thinking, why didn't I make the choice earlier? I would have been so much more happy. For all of us, pulling in, taking that time, detaching a little bit from, what other people are demanding of me, and moving forward to the future. And for those of us that are getting to go on a journey or a trip, that's great too. It can mean new jobs, right? Where I maybe pick up and move across the country for one. It can mean travel for a lot of us. We're all different. Geminis, it can mean moving towards a better future relationship with someone, setting that course, being set on course out of a troubling past, and if I think about this word depth here, and into a peaceful, much better future. And I'm responsible to give that to myself. I am the one that is responsible to give that to myself. I am the one that is responsible to speak up and expect to be listened to. Expect to be listened to. Because our next card here is the Death card. Nope, that does not mean we're dying. It's a wonderful, positive card. Believe it or not. Here's the white rose of innocence. I mean, it's an ugly picture and kind of scary, but it is the card of transformation. I am about to transform my life, and I am responsible to do the transformation for my own self in the most efficient manner. Basically, that's what it's saying. It's saying if something doesn't suit me, I needed a change, I am going to make that change this month. I am going to honor that which brings me peace, brings me comfort, and brings me security in my life like this. I am taking off that blindfold of this Eight of Swords. I am speaking up, and I am taking it upon myself to make a better future. So if something's in my life that I don't like, I don't want it with me. It's a way of living I'd like to change, Keep that which makes me happy, and the other things that don't, I'm going to do a lot of removal this month. I'm going to change them, and I'm going to optimize my life and bring things to me that bring me that peace and bring me that joy. So it is, in a manner of speaking, kind of a topsy-turvy card, but it's everything I'm doing for myself, the things that I see that I want that bring me that comfort. You know, maybe I don't have anything in my life that brings me happiness, all the time. I go look at what would make me happy, what would make me feel peaceful. Maybe I'm arguing all the time, or I don't like the work that I'm doing. What makes me happy? What makes me peaceful? What do I feel deep inside? You know, what gives me that comfort? When I do that and I make these changes, he has a sickle here. Looks like he's going to chop down the innocent rose, doesn't it? Doesn't it? He has a sickle. He's like, I'm changing that which I don't want. So it's a very determined card if we think about it that way. But it will transform and change our whole lives. And changing our lives is that which we are responsible for. So I look around, what's not working for me. The things I can change, I change them. The things that I can't, I guess, I figure out a way around them, or I figure out how to be at peace with that which I can't change, because this is a card of being trapped, remember? And I know what's wrong, and I know what I need to do, Take off the blindfold, get it off your mouth, speak up, because this is the end result. Gemini, it's the World card. This is a wonderful card. Its success in all endeavors is assured. Success in all endeavors is assured. You are, or will, or are soon to be on top of the world. What a wonderful card if we think about it. It's like everything is available to us. Completing of projects, attainment of goals, career change, aims can change, happiness, harmony. Whatever we do now, right now, will succeed. Whatever we do right now will succeed. Career change, a move to another place, new relationships, recognition, research, acclaim. It means all of these wonderful things. It's the end of the old cycle and the beginning of the new one. It's the number, I don't know if you can see that on there, but the number 21. Last card in the deck. Number 21. Very last card in the deck. We start back over with 0 for the Fool card. New journey. This is where everything I need or want, it's like, how do I want to say this? I've mastered the complexities of my own inner nature, and I feel supported by my own inner resources. That's how they want me to say it. I feel supported by my own inner resources. Remember that message from the beginning about we're not real empathetic this month. We might want to detach or pull back a little bit. What else do they want? It's a time of being like really, really self-confident, supremely self-confident. I know my stuff. We have put our trust where it belongs, and that trust has been put in the higher power, and because of that, we will reap the rewards. It's just the coolest card, Gemini, in the entire deck, I think, sometimes. At this time, there's all kinds of possibilities and opportunities are available to us, and we're completely free to choose what pleases us and make it work. So what brings me that comfort? I'm completely free to choose what pleases me, what makes it work. Where is my comfort? Where is my peace? I'm responsible for my own happiness. I'm responsible for my own sense of humor and keeping the big smile on my face, keeping my Gemini self. All of it is possible now when we pull this card. So think about it. What do I want to transform? What situations around me making me feel trapped? What do I want to give? Where do I want to go out of these troubled waters into a better, new special life? To me, this is a pretty exciting month. And how do I do it efficiently with our word here? You know, all of us are different. For some of us, this is going to be maybe work stuff. For others of us, it may be physical, like my physical environment. For others of us, it may be major relationship changes that we're making, or doing finally, things like that. I don't know what area, because these are only general readings, but they're exciting cards, especially with the Death card in here and that World card. That's kind of stupid to say, but it is true. And it's an exciting time. It's a new year, and you cannot make these angels cards up, Gemini. And I don't think I can get the glare off of you. The card is a change in direction. Can you believe that? I know we're going to do something here. It's going to be pretty phenomenal. It says the changes you're experiencing are divinely directed by your newborn willingness to open your heart to love and our guidance. You are protected now and in the future, so follow your path to the happy outcome you desire. Wow. Wow, Gemini. It's all about transformation, and speaking and pulling back in and kind of detaching ourselves a little bit to find out what is that's really important to us. I believe that. It says this card signifies that you've had a change of heart that has altered the direction of your life in a positive way. Your old way of living is no longer of interest to you. You find yourself avoiding friends and pastimes that previously attracted you. You desire a lifestyle and a career that will better fit your new interests and your passions. The angels are guiding you through this time of transition. The law of attraction ensures that you will manifest wonderful new opportunities and relationships. So does this World card here. It says you're starting a new phase of your life. The birth of a new project is in the works. Pregnancy, you know what to do, Gemini. Birth or the adoption of a child is even possible. A new element in your life is a blessing, even if it doesn't make any sense right now. What's that called? A blessing in disguise. Doesn't say that on there. Well, Gemini, that's our reading for this month. I want to tell you all, thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, and for your comments. I read each and every one of them, and I really appreciate them, all of them. And I want to thank everybody out there. This is my third year of doing these YouTube videos. 30 years now of doing this work. And I wanted to tell you thank you. When I started this channel, I thought there would probably be 1 or 2 people that watched it. There are over 20,000 of you, and I am floored. And I want to thank you all. I appreciate you all. And to anybody who just wants to know more about me or about me, all of the information is down below the screen over at the website. Or if you'd like to set an appointment with me, all of the information to be able to do that is over at the website. There's 2 short videos over there. One explains the prayer class I put out there for you. The other one is the sutra classes. Those are thought forms you put into a simple meditation, enhances the clear perceptions really dramatically. It's a good tool for in your toolbox. and everybody I've met through 3 whole years of doing these YouTube videos, to all of you I've met through 30 years of doing this work. I want to tell you it's been an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure to be able to serve you. Hopefully I'll see you back here next month. Bye-bye.